Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have got two videos coming up for you. We've got the 6-song roundup part 12 or episode 12 and 13. After this I'll probably move on to an album review. I'd have to select one of the ever-growing stack of albums that I've got to look up. But with that being said, let's get right on into it. Track number 1 is 1056 Chemo. Song is about 3 minutes 42 seconds long. Let me sort this fucking hat out. There we go. So this is the ex-Betraying the Martyrs vocalist, Aaron Matz, I believe his name is. This is his new band, and it's significantly different sounding to Betraying the Martyrs. Gone are the clean vocals and the fancy instrumentals that make it sound a lot more extravagant. This is just pure, heavy, hard-hitting. Definitely enjoyed this. I have looked up some of the other songs, like Boy, and what was the other one that I listened to? I can't remember it right now. But yeah, if you liked Betraying the Martyrs, like during the Phantom era, you're probably going to like this, because it's like that, but on steroids and heavier. Moving on, we have song number 2, which is Captive State, and their song Lucy Forgive Me, which runs for 4 minutes 20 seconds. This track was enjoyable, but if I'm honest, the vocals... No, sorry, let me rephrase this. It was enjoyable, but nothing special. The vocals were good, but a little quiet in the mix. The instrumentation was solid, but it felt a little bit generic, which feels harsh to say, honestly, but that is kind of the vibe I got from the track. And unfortunately it has to be said, because I'm trying to be honest about what I feel like with these songs here. But I feel like if the vocals were moved up or just made a little louder in the mix, and maybe just work on the instrument side of things, like, it could definitely be a band I could get into. For the most part, I don't know if I listened to an old song or what, but yeah, I'm going to give them a chance again. Moving on, we have track number 3, which is the band Samurai Pizza Cats, which, pre-warning if you're looking them up, there's 2 fucking bands under this name. One is the band I'm reviewing, and one is like a weird jazz ska fusion band or whatever the fuck. Yeah. So this is their song Welcome to the Fight Club, off of the EP Welcome to the Fight Club, I believe. It's only 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and this track was short but very enjoyable. And honestly, I got a very strong vibe of Eskimo / Electric Callboy. And it also gave me some We Butter the Bread with Butter vibes from the instrumentation, as well as some of the vocal delivery and distortion at points. It's definitely a band I want to hear more from. Upon further inspection of the band, I did find out that actually some of their founding members are people who have either worked with or are still members of Eskimo / Electric Callboy and other big Germany-based metal bands, which would explain why I got the vibe that it felt a little bit like a similar, not aesthetic, but camaraderie and vibe, I guess, to Eskimo / Electric Callboy. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check out more. Moving on to track number 4, we have A Stained Glass Romance and their song Breathless, which is 5 minutes and 38 seconds. So this song had a very old school metalcore feel, like ranging from the clean vocals and the style of the growls, and even the instrumentation felt very old school. But with that being said, it was also very well rounded, and I think it's a song that's definitely worth looking up, especially if you're a fan of like modern day metalcore, or you know, just modern day metal in general. Like if you like maybe people like Bury Tomorrow, people of that sort of vein, like Architects, stuff like that, it definitely could float your boat. But if you're not into like cleans and like that old school metalcore sort of style of writing slash production slash placement of things, you might not enjoy it as much. But with that being said, let's move on to track number 5, and this is Beyond Deviation and their song 10,000, which runs for approximately 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So, the main thing that kept leaping out at me with this track is the vocals and the highs they did. I don't know how they got that sound. Like, I think it may be inhale screams, which could be why it's got such a this eerie, almost like shrieking wail of like someone who's been pained. Like that, it literally sounds like if you have just stabbed someone and ran off and they're just lying behind you shrieking. That is what this vocal style high sounds like. It's a fucking weird way to explain it, but that is what it kind of sounds like to me, you know? But fuck, man. It really threw the rest of the track out in my mind. Like, that was the only thing I could think of. Like, I was sat there for the full 4 minutes, like, how the fuck do they get this sound? Like, what technique are they using? Like, is it inhales? Is it tunnels? Is it someone that's just naturally got a very, squeaky voice doing a high scream? Like, like all these thoughts were rattling in my head, and I didn't really pay attention to the full song as a piece. So I did have to go back and listen to it again. Which on the second listen, it also fucking grabbed my attention, and I didn't pay attention to the rest of the track. So that, to me, it's an interesting technique, interesting vocal style, interesting selection of sounds to perform, but on the other hand, it detracts from the rest of the song. It throws the rest of the vibe of the song out. It kind of completely draws you out of the song and has you only focusing on that and thinking about how the fuck did they get this sound? Like, what technique are they using again? Like, did they use some sort of special trick to get their shriek or scream that high pitched? Did they pitch it up? Is it natural? Like, how the fuck? What the fuck, Anyway, I digress. Moving on, we have the final song, which was from the band Confront the Elders, and this is their track, Cemetery of Ash. Runs for about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't actually have a lot to say. This track went by really quickly, but it was a very solid track. The drums were fucking insane, the vocals were crisp, clean, and nasty, and I bloody well loved it. It honestly was possibly my favourite track of the 6 that I reviewed here today. My second favourite was probably the Samurai Pizza Cats one, once I eventually found it and got out of the confusion of the other band that's named that. But with that being said, this has been the 6-song roundup, part 12. I will see you in the 13th part here soon, which It's written up. I am about to go and record that for you as well. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch, Raven7131. You know, if you've got anything you want me to review, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, share it to a friend. Like I said, I'm more than welcome to take review ideas from people that watch. And without further ado, I will wish you a farewell. And remember, stay safe out there, friends.